So what do we actually do when we have brackets in our equation? It looks harder, but it's not. Brackets are just temporary packaging. Welcome to the balancing of equations, where each platform you land on unlocks a new math skill. Our next platform, equations with brackets. In this video, I'll walk you through two essential keys that break down the critical information of this skill, and together, you'll never hesitate mid-equation again. In this section, you will learn the way mathematicians approach new challenges and the first trick to deal with brackets. So far, we don't know how to deal with brackets in an equation. When mathematicians were faced with new problems, they had a simple idea. Can we change it into something we already know how to solve? Let's look again at the equation. We've done plenty of equations without brackets, and we're pretty confident with those. So here's the goal. Can we get rid of the brackets? Is there an algebraic skill we've learned that lets us do that? Yes, expanding. Expanding is just multiplying the term outside the bracket with everything inside. Like this. Once we do that, the brackets are gone. And now look at what we have. It's a regular two-step equation. That's something we know how to solve. Let's look at this visually. Thinking of the bracket as a box, and inside the box, there is a bag of unknown chocolates, that's our X, plus two known chocolates. And remember, we have three groups of this box, and on the right-hand side, we have 12 chocolates. Now here comes the key idea. Expanding means we're going to remove the brackets. But first, let's show you what three groups of the box actually looks like. Each one holding X plus 2. Now let's open up the boxes, take everything out. We now have 3 lots of the unknown, which is X, and 6 chocolates. And that equals 12 chocolates on the right. Now we've got a familiar problem. This is a two-step equation. In this section, you will learn the second method to deal with brackets and discover when to use this method and when to avoid it. Let's start with this reminder. What is the hidden operation between the number and the brackets? Correct, it's multiplying. So instead of expanding, we can try the opposite of multiplying. We can divide both sides of the equation by that number. Let's try it. Once we divide, that number at the front disappears, and we're just left with what's inside the brackets. Now look at that. It's a one-step equation. We can solve this. So does that mean that this way is always better? Not quite. There are some situations where this method can cause more problems. Situation 1. If the right-hand side has more than one term. Dividing the whole thing gives us a fraction. Now we're dealing with messy numbers we could have avoided. Situation 2. Even if there's just one number on the right, but dividing gives us a decimal or a fraction. Again, that can make things harder if you're not confident with those numbers. So what's the key takeaway? Method 1, when you expand first, is the safest method for most problems. It keeps the numbers clean, it keeps you in control, and it works every time. You now know all the key information on this concept. However, can you solve all exam style questions? Watch this next video to master questions easily.